Welcome back. So, were you able to get these right? This is a map of North America, the North American continent. And of course, we're focused on the United States of America. As you can see in the top left, which would be the northwest of our map, we have a body of air that's coming from water and it's coming from the north. So it's probably going to be a cooler and much more humid air mass. We would call that maritime polar. Maritime for very high humidity, polar for cold from the north. The one in the middle, again from a polar region, so probably much cooler, but this one is created over land, so it probably doesn't have the same high levels of moisture, probably much more dry. So we would say continental polar, continental or dry, and polar, cold. In the northeastern part of our map, we have another air mass coming from a body of water, so it's maritime, and it's from a northern, more cool area, so it's polar. Maritime, polar. Notice all of the air masses across the top, or the northern area, are polar. They're probably all cooler. That means we could probably find a pattern across the bottom of the map as well. Blue arrows were showing our colder air masses, but all of the arrows along the bottom are red. They are probably going to be warmer. The lower left of your screen, or the southwest of our map, would be another air mass coming from a body of water, so higher humidity or moisture. It's also coming from a more tropical or warm region, so that would be maritime tropical. If it's coming from over Mexico or maybe Central America, then it's coming over a landform. The landform is going to mean it's a much drier air mass, but it's still in a warm region, so we would call this one a continental tropical air mass. And of course, the last one, the southeast of our map, closer to the Florida area and Gulf of Mexico. It's coming from a body of water, so higher moisture levels, still from a tropical region, so it's much warmer. We would call that another maritime tropical air mass. Hope you got them all right. Now, the next question, of course, is how do they move? Well, you can see from the curve of these arrows that we're moving along from the west to the east. Don't forget, we are in the prevailing westerlies global wind belt. So the movement of these air masses is going to be from California areas towards the east coast and our North Carolina base. That's because of the prevailing westerlies. However, we also need to take into account something called a jet stream. A little bit higher in our atmosphere, we have a jet stream, a slightly faster moving airstream. Again, it just helps move things along from the west to the east. This is why most of the weather that we may see around here could possibly have originated in California or somewhere along the west coast.